ค่ะสวัสดีนะคะทุกท่านนะคะวันนี้นะคะดิฉันกวางเข็มจิราค่ะก็รับหน้าที่นะคะเป็นพิธีกรนะคะในการดำเนินงานสัมมนานะคะในช่วงบ่ายของ Track ที่1นะคะในห้องนี้นั่นเองซึ่งเดี๋ยวอีกสักครู่หนึ่งเนี่ยเชื่อว่าหลายๆท่านอาจจะตามมาสมทบเรื่อยๆเนาะเดี๋ยวตอนนี้นะคะเพื่อไม่ให้จะดีเลย์นะคะสำหรับในเซกชันต่อๆไปนะคะเดี๋ยวเราจะขอเริ่มการสัมมนานะคะในหัวข้อแรกของเราก่อนเลยนะคะกับtrack ที่1นะคะกับวันนี้ค่ะในเรื่องของ storage management นะคะสำหรับหัวข้อแรกในช่วงบ่ายค่ะจะเป็นหัวข้อของ going the distance นะคะ vitalizing business critical applications real world based practice and breakthrough technologies that can prepare you to take vitalizations as far as it can go. And now may I invite Mr. Track1CheeWai1.mp4, the Director of Product Specialist Sales, APJ Symantec Corporations for present this topic. Please welcome. ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะคะขอบคุณค่ะ
So if you want to come nearer, then it's easier. So you can see the presentation better. Thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoy lunch. I hope you enjoy the conference so far. Yeah, come nearer in the front. Come nearer in the front. So this session is about virtualizing business critical application. So I'm going to run through with you some industry findings, what we see and what IDC or Gartner have seen in the industry in the last few years. Now virtualization has been a big wave coming, and virtualization promised a lot of things. It promised cost savings, it promised easier disaster recovery, it promised more agility. This morning we talk about agility, about how easy, please come in, how easy things can be if you have gained agility in terms of moving between different hardware platforms, moving between operating system platforms and so on. And virtualization definitely bring a lot of promise in terms of this kind of benefits. But virtualization also comes with some challenges, which I will talk through and how some of these challenges can be helped by Symantec. Some of those can't be, where you will have to look for other solutions for your own company. But in this one, I will talk about what Symantec can do. Some statistic first. So 2009 is actually a turning point in terms of virtualization. 2009 is the year where the number of virtual server created is more than the number of physical server being shipped. So people like Microsoft and VMware and Sun and IBM all together and Citrix all together, they deliver more virtual machine licenses than the number of physical servers being sold. So this is a survey by IDC. So definitely there is a turning point where virtualization is a big wave coming at us, and there are a lot of benefits to be reaped from there. So this is the normal sort of evolution of a virtualization infrastructure. I think a lot of you will agree with me on this. The average virtualization rate from Gartner says that today we are about 20 to 40% virtualized, most company. By the year 2015, the rate will be about 60 to 80% virtualized. So users are pushing for more virtual servers. They want to virtualize more to save costs. Right? And this is the evolution. At the first stage of virtualization, user will just use it for testing and development. So this is true when, in the early days of virtualization, when people are testing out VMware or testing out Hyper-V, they would use it on testing and development servers first. They won't immediately go change their Oracle server or the Exchange server to a virtual server. They will test on the less important server first. Then when they gain more confidence, they virtualize the file and print, which is less critical. Right. Then later, more business critical application, they will virtualize. So this is the evolution. At the end, where we want to end up will be we want to use virtualization as a service delivery platform. That means at the very best, the best company will be able to use virtualization to their advantage. Where if there's a new business initiative, I will create virtual servers to support the new business initiative. So P. Pramod this morning he mentioned, right, in a world-class organization where they really say that they have a cloud infrastructure, is where they can create a virtual server in 15 minutes. Everything up and running. Operating system, virtual machine deploy, storage deploy, everything backup recovery, everything we deploy in 15 minutes. That's world-class. So this is an evolution that we are striving towards having private cloud. So not many companies in the world can do this at the moment. Promise of virtualization, we all know because companies like VMware and Microsoft, they do a very good job in convincing users, and this is to a certain extent very true, that it will help reduce IT costs and it will help you improve agility. So you don't have to care whether your virtual machine is running on a HP server or IBM server. You can move it using VMware technology. The VM can be moved from HP to IBM to Fujitsu servers. So you get that agility. You can switch CPU. You can redeploy number of cores between virtual machine. That's agility, right? This morning I mentioned before. This server is running out of CPU resources. You can, on the fly, give it more CPU resources. VMware is very good at doing that. So this is again agility. So it promises a lot of agility. It also promises easy maintenance because again VMware has technology to help you do that. But there are also some hidden obstacles about virtualization that over the years we have come to realize. And a lot of users who has gone into virtualization may have also seen this. The first thing is availability. Because virtualization makes clustering more difficult. To do clustering in virtual environment, sometimes, according to some users that I spoke to, they say after I cluster the virtual machine using OS-based cluster, I get less uptime than more uptime because the thing is unstable. And also because the way storage is being shared in the virtual environment is a little bit different in a physical environment. Because SCSI technology, fiber channel technology in a physical environment is very, very mature. Right? Those technology in the virtual environment are still not mature yet. For example, in VMware environment, if you share a disk, there is no I/O fencing. For those who are technical people, you will understand what I'm saying. There's no SCSI reserve release, SCSI 3 reserve release kind of a support yet. So that may make clustering a bit more challenging in the virtual environment. So availability becomes a big problem. Another challenge is storage cost. Now, while this is a study by, I think, either IDC or Gartner, I cannot remember, one of them, right? They concluded that in their study, that users can save costs from servers because they get better ROI, they get better utilization from doing virtualization. But quite a number of users see increased storage costs. After virtualization, some users see between 2 to 8 times of more storage requirement. Because usually users end up with more virtual machine than physical machine they have before that, because they will decentralize the servers. For example, last time one server may run 2 applications. After they virtualize, every VM only run 1 virtual application. So then they use more storage. So storage is a hidden cost. And performance is another one. This, in terms of performance could mean CPU, performance could mean disk performance. it could mean memory performance. So it depends. But performance is also something that some users have said that this is something of a surprise to them, that in certain cases they have challenges in making the server run as fast as they would like it to be. And then there's complexity. Whenever you virtualize something, you gain some advantages of being more agile, but you also lose in terms of manageability. Because every time you virtualize something, you add one layer in the infrastructure. Once you add that layer, it gives you that flexibility, but then it also masks some details from you. Details like the underlying physical infrastructure. Can your management tool see through this layer to see what is underneath it? You need special tools to do that. Performance as well. Once you virtualize something, can your tools then see what is the performance statistics underneath it? Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. Sometimes you're going to add more tools into the environment to get what you can do previously. So it adds more complexity, you end up using more tools. Similarly, a few years ago when we do storage virtualization, we have that challenge. Now we do server virtualization, that challenge is coming back in terms of in terms of complexity. And then lastly is security. So there are known threats in targeting virtual environment. So that is also something, and that is sometimes related to performance as well, how you need to protect your virtual machine in terms of security. And we, Symantec, as a world leader in security, also has got a lot of solutions to help you meet those challenges. So virtualizing the first 20 to 30% of the server infrastructure is easy, because those are your print servers, your file servers, your fax servers, not so important servers, your DHCP servers, your Win servers, and so on. But the last 20% is the most difficult, because the last 20% is where your most important servers are. They need to be up and running all the time. They need to have good performance, and you really, really need tools to monitor those applications. If there's any problem, you want to be the first to know. This is the group that is most difficult to virtualize. And what we're going to talk about later is something that Symantec has developed to help you gain that confidence in going the last mile into your virtualization journey. So VMware Symantec, we've been partnering for many years, engineering. In fact, in VMware engineering, we have a lot of friends in there, which is previously known to us in terms of all the developers. So we are in very good contact between the two companies. And together we have developed all these solutions that we can help our end users be more confident in using the